Katherine Rosland here with BoardGameGeekTV at Spiele 2014. I'm sitting here with Matthias, Karl from Schmidt Spiele, and he's here to talk about their game, Dog Card.
Yeah, indeed. This is now the pure card version of Dog, or the classic game Dog that you might have heard of. And what we did here, we gave the fantastic author team, Wolfgang Kramer and Michael Kiesling, the plan to create a game based on that cards that the original Dog card Dog game contains, and create a game which actually is pretty good. The aim of the game is in the 2 and 3 player version. You want to finish 2 rows of cards that go from 1 till 14. In the 4-player version, you want to finish just 1 card, but 1 row of cards from 1 to 14. But with your team partner that sits across of you and opposed of you, he must finish his row of 1 to 14 as well. So you only win in a team, just like in the Dog game. You are supposed to help your partner and try to finish those 2 rows together. So how do you do that? In the middle we have the open row that contains only 13 cards. To get any cards from there, you have to pay with one of the cards on your hand. You have 5 cards on your hand, and you can see that the row in the middle is divided in 5, 5, and 3. So this means up there the question mark is position number 1, the 8 is position number 6, and here number 3 is the position 11. This dividing is just to make it easier to memorize in which direction.
Where is what? Yeah.
So to get number 9, for example, you need to pay with it with the number 2. You put it in the you put it in the you play it out, lay it down, take the number 9 on your hand cards, and put a new card on there. Because the main rule is that on the position the number can never match the position that it is. The number 2 can never be put on the position 2, because that's how you're supposed to pay. I mean, you pay with the 2 card on the 2nd position, but the actual card 2 can never be lying on there.
Okay, so when you're drawing a new card, if there's ever a 2 there, then you draw a new one.
Just replace it. Yeah, and this is basically already one action. You have your 5 cards, and you pay with your cards to get better cards to start your row and to finish your row, and get the best possible cards in your hand. This is one of the possibilities you can do in your row, in your round, because you only have one action to choose from. The other one is to actually start a row. This can be done with the cards 1, 11, and 13. Basically all cards that contain a play button here.
Ah, yes, I see that.
As well, obviously, as the Joker. The Joker can also start a row. And but still, it just means it's a 1 because it's the first card in the row, even it says 13.
Yes.
As you can see here, this row is already finished, but here I started as well with a 13, and finished it here. So until when one of those rows are finished, you just remove all the other cards and just keep the last one, the doggy card, the 14. It just remains there as a reminder that you have finished already 1 row. And yeah, that's basically the main game, main mechanic. Other possibilities are that you can add or begin add a card to the row of your team partner, or begin the row of a team partner as well. So let's say someone is sitting across of me, it is my partner, a 4-player game. I just lay here his 13 and start his row as well. So
it's a partner game.
It's a partner game, and you play with the partner to finish to win together.
So it's a 4-player game then, or?
It's a 4-player game. No, it's 2 to 4 players.
So you can either be aggressive or you can be a team game.
Yeah, in a 2 to 3 player game, you just have to finish 2 of those rows and play it on your own. But yes, the interesting thing compared to the regular Dog game is that the cards mean something different. Especially, I mean, the red cards mean something different in this game. So, I mean, I already explained those 2. those are the starting points, but next to it they are worth the value of 13, meaning that you can buy the position number 13 and get the card. 1 in 11 is the same, can be a 1 or an 11, and you can buy the card with it. And then you have the plus minus 4. This just means you can use it as a 4 regularly to finish your row, but it can also mean that you can buy here on the open row any card that goes from 1 till 8, because it means plus minus 4, so anything up to 8 can be bought with it.
Wow.
The question mark is any number from 1 to 13. It can never be the 14, it can never finish a row, but it's a joker for anything else.
And it can start the row.
As well, yeah. But it's only a joker for, as a number, but it cannot be a joker to copy anything from the other cards. Then you have Burning 7. It is a 7 as well, so you can buy a 7 card there, or use it in your row as the 7th card. And as well, you can use it to check the first 7 cards of the card pile. Check them and see if they are usable for you, and take one of those cards, keep it on your hand, and put the other one in the same order back to the pile. That is the 7. Then we have here the number 14, it's the dog. It just means it can be the 14, it ends the row, but also the special action is that you can check in the
you can look in the discard pile.
Discard pile. That's the word I was looking. You can you can look through the trash, so to say, and get the card that you need. That was what the dog can do. And
very cute dog, I have to say.
Then we have the stealing card. It just means that you can steal one of the cards from another player and just add it to your hand. So this would mean I just play it out and say I take the 3 because I know I will later on need it, and steal the last open card. Usually you just steal just jokers, because usually the most valuable cards in the game, or probably you will sometimes even steal the dog card, but because towards the end not that many dog cards are around, and that's why you would use that one to steal the card. That's it. And
13 we already mentioned.
13 is
starting and 13.
That's right. So.
So you said 2 4 players, and how long would a game typically take to play?
About 20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes.
Yes, and contains the typical elements of a dog game or dog game experience, because it has some team play elements in it, uses the same cards, and works very well.
Fantastic, thank you so much. That was Dog Cards from Schmidt Spiele.